I told my Bill he needed to book a hotel when he and my sister were staying at my house. My sister Dana and her husband Nolan live in Sacramento. I'm in Columbus, and we hadn't seen each other in almost 2 years. So when she asked if they could fly out for a week, I said yes without thinking twice. I've got a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. I cleared out my home office, dragged the air mattress up from the basement, and put fresh sheets on it 2 days before they landed. They landed on a Tuesday night. Dinner was good. Thai food on the back porch. Felt like old times. By Wednesday morning I noticed it. Nolan went into the bathroom around 7 and didn't come out until almost 8:15. I had to be at work by 8:30. I stood outside the door with my toothbrush in my hand, waiting. When he finally came out, he smiled and said, "Sorry, long morning," like that explained anything. I let it go. Everybody has a morning like that sometimes. Thursday it happened again, and again in the afternoon, and again before bed. 4 separate bathroom trips that day, each one between 20 minutes and an hour. That night I pulled Dana aside in the kitchen and asked, gently, if Nolan was okay. She got quiet and said he has a digestive condition, something with his colon, and travel makes it worse. I felt like garbage for even asking. I dropped it. Friday was the bad one. I woke up around 10 needing to go, and the door was locked. I knocked. Nolan said 2 minutes. 20 minutes later I was still standing in the hallway in my socks. I grabbed my keys and drove to the Speedway on Broad Street just to use their bathroom. Twice that day, because he was in there again for almost 50 minutes with the fan running and music playing on his phone. I didn't say anything else to Dana. I told myself it was almost over. They were flying out Saturday afternoon. Saturday morning is when it actually broke me. I woke up at 4 a.m., needing to go so bad my stomach hurt. The bathroom light was already on under the door. I knocked. Quiet at first, then harder. Nolan said he'd be out in a minute. I told him through the door that it was an emergency. He said okay, 1 second. I gave up knocking after 10 minutes and sat on the hallway floor, doubled over. An hour. That's how long he was in there. I checked my phone. 4:51 when the door finally opened. By then it was too late. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't humiliating. I used an old plastic pitcher I keep under the sink for watering the ferns, standing in my own kitchen at 5 in the morning because I couldn't make it to the store and couldn't wait 1 more second. I bleached the sink after and sat at the table until the sun came up, staring at the wall. I didn't sleep after that. When Dana came downstairs around 8, I told her flat out that Nolan needed a hotel room for whatever was left of the trip, that I couldn't have him in my house anymore. She asked why, and I told her exactly what happened at 4 in the morning. She looked horrified for 2 seconds. Then Nolan walked in, already dressed, and she told him what I said. His face changed completely. He said I was being dramatic, that I could have just held it, that it wasn't serious. I told him it was very serious to me, standing in my own kitchen holding a plant pitcher like it was a toilet. Dana started crying and called me ableist, said Nolan couldn't control his condition and I was punishing him for something medical. I said I wasn't punishing anyone. I was asking him to book 1 hotel room for the last day of a trip I'd already covered half the groceries on. Nolan said if that's how I felt, they'd just leave completely. I said fine. They packed in about 40 minutes, Dana slamming drawers, muttering that she thought I was better than this. Nolan didn't say a word to me. He wheeled his suitcase past me at the door hard enough to clip my ankle and didn't apologize for that either. They called a cab to the airport 6 hours early and sat at a Chili's near the gate instead of staying with me. My mom called me that Tuesday. She'd heard the ableist version from Dana. I told her mine, the picture and all. There was a long pause. Then she said something I wasn't expecting. Nolan did the exact same thing at her house 4 Thanksgivings ago. Locked himself in the bathroom over an hour during dinner, and Dana begged her never to bring it up to me because it was embarrassing. My cousin Priya once saw him in there scrolling his phone with the fan running, just to cover the sound of him sitting on the edge of the tub, doing nothing. I asked my mom why nobody ever said anything. She said Dana always had an excuse ready before anyone could ask a second question. Dana hasn't spoken to me since. Last week my mom told me Dana and Nolan won't be coming for Christmas either. Apparently my uncle has a 2-bathroom house, and Nolan already asked if they could use the one in the basement exclusively, alone, the whole visit.